Hello, my name's Lisa and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. Thank you very much for clicking on this video, and if you are a returning subscriber then I really do appreciate you, so thank you so much. Now in today's video we are going to be going through some training given by a top Tranont rep. Now, Tranont is a MLM company and it does health and wellness as well as CBD oils, and it also does financial services. But I'm not going to be covering those in the video. I'm just going to stick to the health and wellness part. The training itself is all about how to get other people to join Tranont, and it's going to give a fair amount of information through this training, but I thought I would do something a little bit different this time. I'm not just going to react to the training. I'm also going to fill in the blanks and tell you all the bits that are left out, such as how much it costs to join. Now, in the training, there are going to be packs that you can buy, which the trainer is going to show you. But I'm also going to cover what else you need to pay for, which has conveniently been left out. I'm also going to go through the compensation plan, and we're going to touch on the income disclosure statement. Not only does this guy leave out some important information, but he also says things that lead you to believe something else. He's quite evasive in certain parts of the video, and a few other things as well as we go through. Let's dive right in.
I'm a high school basketball coach. My name is Jason White. My wife Tess and I live out in Missouri, out on a farm. We absolutely love being able to utilize Zoom to build this business here at Tranont. Nothing replaces face-to-face, but this is the second best thing, right? So we've been in this industry now for a little over 8 years, and just absolutely love it because we met all of our best friends here.
I don't know about you, but I find that first bit quite sad, that they met all of their best friends through Tranont. I've obviously got no idea how old this guy is, but don't you think that's a bit odd that you didn't really have any best friends before you joined an MLM company? Is that just me, or do you find that odd as well?
Here's my goal and plan tonight. Tonight, I'm going to go through the launch documents because I know we got a lot of brand new people on here. Okay, so I want to make sure we get that covered and understand, like, launching your business is a big deal, right? You just jumped on board with Tranont, or maybe you've been here for a week, maybe you've been here for a month, and you need a refresher, or maybe you haven't seen this type of training.
I would have hated to have been there for a month and not received any training. I mean, what are you supposed to do for your first month then to earn any money if you haven't received any training at this point? I mean, surely your upline should have pointed you to some training before now.
Whatever it is, we're going to hopefully hit all the highlights for you tonight and get your business a plan to want to finish out their month, whether it be if they're going for a 10 and 3, or if you're going for one more associate or one more customer, or maybe you're only 100 points away from Jade to earn that Jeep stipend, right? Whatever it may be, hopefully you've got a goal in mind, and I'm going to give you a few things to kind of think about. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to pull up the launch.
This next part of the video is going to be all about the launch documents, and he's going to explain to you some of the things that he's just covered in that last section. And this is where I'll be sharing the bits of the video that he leaves out. So let's see what he's got to say about how wonderful this company is.
Here's what's cool. Right when you get started with Tranont, one of the first things that we like to do is help people get logged into their app. If you don't have the app yet, you go to the App Store and go to Tranont Go is the name of it. You just type that in the search bar, right? And one of the things that you want to find on there first is this launch guide, because you can go right on there. You can print it right to your computer or to your printer if you've got a printer at your house. Here's what the launch guide is for me. It is a way, a plan. If you know what the goal is and you know how to get there, this is what it is, right? This is how it's going to help you get started. So here are the highlights of our launch guide. It's 3 pages long. They've got our mission on here, the impact, feel an impact, make an impact. Now, understanding the best ways to get started with Tranont when you're going out and sharing this with people are key, right? We have 3 different enrollment levels: the silver, a gold, and a platinum pack. Knowing the benefits of all of these, and you might have chose the silver when you got started, but you might hear about the benefits of the platinum pack and think, oh my gosh, that's something that I really want to share with people, right? Or you might have started with platinum and you have friends that are going to want to start with silver or gold. Everybody kind of gets in wherever it makes sense for them. But knowing what those packages are, kind of an idea of what it takes to get started with Tranont, they all have great value built into them. You're getting a discount on your products. You're getting a business with that's good for a full year. And it starts, you get started with Tranont for around, $350 or so by the time you add on the tax and shipping.
After doing extensive research for a few days to make this video, one thing I can tell you is that the Tranont website is not very user friendly. It was extremely difficult to find out any information from it without actually joining it. And as much as I want information, I am never ever going to give my email address to an MLM company. After looking around the web for the past 2 days, I have managed to find some things that are pretty important. So the trainers just told us that you need to buy one of these packs, and it's going to cost you a minimum of $350 for a wellness pack, and that doesn't include the taxes and the shipping. But what is left out are the other payments that you need to make. So you must purchase at least a membership plan, which is going to cost you $125. And the membership plan is going to be a monthly fee, because that's going to give you your 100 PV, which is personal volume every month, which you need in order to stay active. You have to pay a $49 annual fee, and you have to pay $25 a month for business support and tools. And you also have to pay a $99 activation fee. So that's a whole lot different to just buying a pack at $350. So that puts a whole new slant onto starting this business. If you just listen to this guy, you'd think, right, I've got to raise $350 to get started. Whereas in reality, you actually need around $650. They also have a health builder, which is $150 a month. The wealth builder pack, and that's the one that's $125 a month. And then you've got the builder package, which is $250 per month.
It just depends on which one of those, right? So when you're sharing, know that those are the options. And if somebody says, what comes in this pack, here's the best way for me to do it. I like to go send them right to my website and say, okay, click the join me button. You'll enter your name and your email address, and then you'll see all of our packages right there to join the business. And you can look at all the products that are involved in each one of those packs and see which one's the best for you, right? We have 3 different silver packs now. We have the gold pack and we have the platinum pack.
Well, we can see the evasiveness of this guy right from the start, because when people ask him what's in the packs, he sends them to his website and makes them actually join up in order to see what's in the packs. Well, surely if you're going to spend $350, you are going to actually want to know what's in the pack before you join. Because once you've joined, you're pretty much trapped into it unless you can totally ignore the person that's got you to join. And to be honest, most people wouldn't be able to do that. They would feel obligated to actually go through with it once they joined. So I don't agree with that method at all. While I was looking around the web, I found it extremely difficult to find any information on these packs, but I did manage to find one image of a silver pack, so we can see what's in it and how much it says it costs. It contains 5 products, so you get 2 bottles called Glow, which is the collagen, which says it's an advanced collagen with superfood and has antioxidant properties. You get something called Enrich, which is a digestive enzyme with stabilized probiotic. You get something called Mojo Sticks, and they are an energizing focus blend to boost energy. And you get a product called Boost, which is a premium nitric oxide formula, and that's a dietary nitrate supplement, and that costs $394 for that silver pack, but it does include the $99 enrollment fee. This training is about a year old, and on the image that he shows us for the platinum pack, it says it's $999. But from my research, I saw the platinum pack and I've seen it advertised as being $1,499. So I'm not sure which one is right. So if you did go for the platinum pack, just know that it's going to cost you a minimum of $999 and possibly up to $1,499. So don't be surprised if you see this training and the price is different.
4 ways to earn here. Number 1, sharing. Remember, whenever you have somebody that goes to your website and they place an order for a product, you're going to make a 50% commission on the customer point value of that product or those products.
When you join Tranont, you start off as an associate, and that is the first rank. And when you're an associate, you only receive 10% commissions. The rate of commissions that you earn is solely based on the amount of representatives you have recruited, and they all have to be active representative. So if you've got between 1 and 10, then you're going to earn a 10% commission. If you've got 11 to 20, you're going to earn a 15% commission. And if you've got 21 to 30, then you can earn a 30% commission. And to be honest, I couldn't actually find where the 50% level comes in. So he's telling us that you can go to 50%, which makes it sound like from the beginning you're going to get 50% commissions, but that's not correct, because it doesn't start off at 50%. It actually starts off at 10%. So that's a big lot of information that is misleading in my opinion. So just to clarify there, he says you will get 50% points volume, but that doesn't equate to a 50% commission.
So if somebody goes onto your website as a customer, and this is why it's important to know the benefits, especially of the gold and the platinum packs. Like Miss Margie just came on board with us here about an hour ago, right? She chose the platinum pack. Here's what she gets with that. She's got 20 customer coupon codes to go out there and to give her first 20 customers a $10 discount right off the top, okay, of their first order. So knowing what those benefits of those are, obviously, the platinum pack is the builder's pack. That's the one if you want to go out and really make a splash quickly. You get all the products in hand. You can demonstrate them. You can use them yourself. Build your own personal testimonial, which, how many of us have had people say, well, how do you know the product's working for you, right? That's something that people always ask. What do you think about the products? My go-to answer every single time, I use almost every one of these products every single day. So does my 14-year-old son, who's a type 1 diabetic, for those of you that have heard his story.
So straight from the horse's mouth, we've just been told that he uses nearly all of these products from Tranont every single day. So therefore he is able to put in lots of testimonials on his website to recommend the products. Well, that's okay, but not everyone's the same. Just because it works for him doesn't mean it's actually going to work for you. And in one of their products, they use bovine gelatin, which obviously is not suitable for anyone who is a vegan. So that's just one example of a person that one of the products may not be suitable for. And these are all things that you need to do research on, how the product is actually made. Another thing it tells me is that the associates of Tranont are the biggest customers, which is something that people who make anti-MLM content are always saying, that it's actually the representatives themselves who make up the main customer base. And for him to say that he uses most of these products every single day just goes to prove that, at least from him, that is correct. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same throughout the rest of the company. Obviously, that's only my opinion formed on what he actually said. Maybe you have a different opinion. If you do, then share it with me in the comments, please.
I could share story after story about the products. So getting to familiarize yourself with those is huge. And knowing that the Platinum Pack comes with that, the Gold Pack comes with 10 customer coupon codes. It's a good, quick way to make your money back, your investment back. I saw somebody make a post today, or I saw in a group, I can't remember where it was now, but somewhere on Facebook, somebody said that they earned their investment back in their first 2 weekly paychecks because they went out there and started sharing right off the bat.
At this point in the video, I desperately wanted to share with you the income disclosure statement, but I'm absolutely gutted to say that Tranont does not publish it. So I can't dispute whether people earn their money back or not, unfortunately. But based on the amount of money that you have to spend in personal volume just to stay active, then in my opinion, I don't think there are many people that do actually make their money back in a year, let alone in just a matter of weeks. But obviously that is only my opinion.
And that's what I love about Tranont, is that we can earn. That number one ways to earn is by sharing products, and those commissions for customers are paid weekly. So you can get an investment or you can get your money back quickly. Number 2, launch, help people become Tranont associates. So number 1 is customers. Number 2 is helping people join the business and then get their business going. Okay. And that's what we're talking about tonight, is helping people get their business started. Remember, you get a launch bonus when somebody joins your business with one of those packages that we talked about above. And we want to get them plugged right into the system, right into the rhythm, which I'll talk about here in just a minute also.
Number 2 is the launch, where you're trying to recruit as many customers as possible. And you will notice that he doesn't share with you what the launch bonuses are. And unfortunately, I couldn't find any information on those, so I can't enlighten you any further.
Number 3, drive. Remember, you can earn a Jeep stipend at the very first level of our compensation plan. That, my friends, is unheard of. To be able to, at the very first level, 1,500 points, Jade level, to be able to earn a Jeep stipend, so you can go out and start driving a Jeep and replace a car payment, or maybe you're at that point where you need a new vehicle, whatever it is, right? But that's the third way that we can earn then.
The third way that you can earn through Tranont is through the Jeep bonus. So basically you're going to earn a new Jeep. So what I'm going to do is put on the screen the ranks so we can look at those, and you'll see that after associate is Jade, which is where he's saying that you can earn the Jeep. And then on the second screenshot, I'm going to show you what you need in order to qualify for the Jeep and how much you've got to earn every single month to be able to keep it. And I'm also going to share with you the amount of money that they give you towards this Jeep payment. As we can see, you have to maintain a personal volume of 1,500 points per month, which means you have to spend $2,250 a month in order to achieve the Jeep bonus. And the payment from Tranont is going to be $350 minimum and $500 maximum. The Jeep is only on lease. You don't actually end up owning it. There's one good thing I can say about this is that you don't actually have to buy a Jeep. You can have it in cash instead, but it is half the amount. So if you've earned personal volume to qualify for the Jeep and they're going to give you $500, you can actually take $250 in cash every month that you maintain it, which obviously is going to be a better option for you.
The fourth way is to lead, and that's growing a team and helping people do. It's basically turning around saying, okay, I got to Jade, now I'm going to help 3 people get to Jade, right? Or help 2 people get to Jade, and that's going to take me to Opal, okay? Or 3 people get to Jade, or 3.5-ish, right? 3 to 4 people, and you can work your way up to Pearl.
I'm going to share the compensation plan with you now on the screen. The compensation plan is actually 8 pages long and it is pretty complicated. I have to confess that I don't really understand too much about it, but I'm going to go through the bits I do understand. To qualify for the builder bonus, you must maintain rank. For the Pearl and Ruby ranks, it has to be over 2 consecutive months. For the Sapphire and Emerald ranks, you have to maintain it for 3 consecutive months. You must attain rank in a specified period of time and keep up a 200 PV volume every month. On the other side, we can see the rank requirements. We can see how many people that you have to recruit, and in that column it's 3 people each month. The PV requirement starts off at 100 for the first 2 ranks and then goes up to 200 per month until you get to the top rank where you don't need a PV at all. And the Tranont volume starts off at 1,500 for the first rank and goes all the way up to 1 million for the top rank. It makes you wonder just how many people get to the top rank, doesn't it? I'm absolutely certain it's not going to be many, but without the income disclosure statement, that's something we will never know. I'm going to link the full documents, all 8 pages, down below in the comments so you can go and look at it at your leisure if you wish to.
Remember, the higher ranks are just have a lot of people that are driving Jeeps, right? That are at that Jade level. That's what it's all about. That's the base level of our compensation plan. So if you think about really breaking it down, take whatever volume you want, divide it by 1,500 points, and that's how many people that you need to help drive a Jeep to make that income or make that monthly amount of volume, okay? Which in turn leads to that amount of income, right? And I love this little caption right here. We don't sell, we share for like it's and love it's.
They don't sell, they only share for like it and love it. So they're not trying to get anyone to buy the products when they're sharing on social media, and they're not trying to recruit anyone. Who's he trying to kid?
Remember, when you're out there talking to people about Tranont products, there's no convincing needed, in my opinion. Okay, I'm not a convincer. I've never been that way. I feel like our products do the work for us, and the 50% commissions, the 10 and 3 bonus, all those things do the work for us. It's just educating people and sharing with them what we have to offer, and then let them tell you if they like it, that means they want to be a customer. If they love it, that means they know other people that are going to like it or maybe even love it, and we want to get them started as an associate.
My interpretation of what he just said there is that it is a numbers game. So you need to try and contact as many people as you can and try and convince them that these products are exactly what that person needs in order for them to start buying them from you. And then once they've started buying the products and they tell you that they enjoy them, then that's your time to pounce and try and get them to join the company. Obviously, that is just my interpretation of what he's just said.
So that's the first page. The second page, simple steps to help you get going. Okay. Very, very simple. When it comes to this type of business, this is how we've had success over the last 8 years. We've kept it super, super simple. Connect with people, post your experience with the products on social media. We have a great 60-day launch program that you can take advantage of. And I will tell you, if you're utilizing that 60-day launch system in the Power Players group, make sure, okay, this is just a little tip that I've learned. Make sure that you're reading the little in between the, okay, this is how you respond, or this is what you do here. They give you little tips on top of it's not just posting on social media, but it's what to do after you've made that post.
In the 60-day launch, they tell you what to post. So they're going to show you some images that you can post and what to write on the caption. Obviously, you can make them your own, but if you're not very creative, like a lot of people, then you're just going to post what's already there, exactly the same as anybody else. So that makes me ask, how are you going to stand out and be different from anyone else who is posting in the hope of getting a customer from social media to either buy something from Tranont or to join the business? That seems like a difficult task to me.
So connect with people, sharing on their social media, whatever it is, telling your friends, basically just reaching out to people. Sometimes it's as simple as you might know people that could benefit from these products, and just saying something as simple as, listen, and I get this from Kent Hewish, right? He's one of the best at this. Listen, I love you. I care about you. I found a product that I think could help with fill in the blank.
This is my biggest bugbear with health and wellness MLMs, is that you're being told to go to your friends who have got some kind of issue and say that you've got a product that may help them. But if it's helping someone with a specific medical condition, you're not a doctor and you're not qualified to say whether something could help them or replace any kind of medicine that they are taking. And yet in training such as this one, it seems that that's what they're telling you to do, and that is just not right at all. If I've got the interpretation of that wrong, then please feel free to say in the comments where it's wrong. But what I've just told you is my opinion of what he's saying. Yours could be very different, obviously, but I'd love to hear what your opinion is either way. Thank you.
Right? Whatever you might know that they're struggling with. And say, would you do me a favor and try it as my customer for just give me 1 month? Okay, tell me what you think.
I feel that if someone asked me to try a product for just 1 month, that if I actually did that, I would feel manipulated into doing it. I don't feel like I would actually be doing it from my own free will. I hope that makes sense. That's just how it makes me feel, what he's just said. I mean, maybe if one of your friends comes to you and says, yeah, just try it for a month, there's no obligation, you may feel happy to do that. But because I'm totally anti-MLM, I wouldn't feel that way. Maybe that's just me though.
And then when they start asking questions, that's when the health wealth community is huge, right? And I'll get to that in just a second. So connect. Number 2 is invite. That's inviting them to take a look into more of our stuff. If you'll notice on here, the simple steps to get going, 1, 2, 3 here, you don't anywhere in this thing do you see the word sell or convince, okay? And that's my best advice to you. But here's the deal. I want to share this and get it in front of as many people as I possibly can, because I know people are looking for the benefits that our products actually give. So that's why I'm connecting with as many people as I can. I'm inviting them to take a look. So here's our steps for inviting, okay? I just said one of them, the health wealth community, okay? That's our testimonial page. It's 100,000 plus people strong, and there are testimonial after testimonial in there on all of our products.
Testimonials are okay, but you just need to think about that just because it works for person A doesn't mean it's going to work for person B. and just know that you could get different results from the person who wrote the testimonial.
Okay, that's one of my favorite places to invite people to take a look at Tranont. And that's not, I don't just invite them there and then let them go. That's one of the things that I like to do, right? Is to get them in that page so they can do some research. Some people like to research for their own, and they'll go in there and start reading stories. And I would encourage you as an associate to get in that page every single night and just make it a priority of yours to spend 5 to 10 minutes every night and just read a couple stories, and just so you can familiarize yourself with different things. Because that's how I learned that taking a life enzyme, right? Taking one of these life enzymes, if you open it up and you dump it on your tongue and you chug a thing of water, it gets rid of heartburn like that. I read that story one night, and it was about a week or 2 weeks later, I had really bad heartburn, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, it's like, what's the deal here? So I tried it because I had read it on there, and I'll be doggone if it didn't work right away. So
I'm sorry, but I've got to say it yet again. Just because it works for him does not mean it will work for you. If you get medication from a doctor, it's going to work for, say, 90 people out of 100, and there are going to be 10 people that it doesn't work for. And that is exactly the same with any kind of supplement or health and wellness product that you purchase.
That's one of the ways we can invite. Number 2, inviting people to a live Zoom. Obviously, we give you the opportunity to have those. Monday nights, there's always a Zoom with Kylie Rigler. If you haven't seen that yet, usually it's at 7 p.m. Central. Tuesday nights, we have Lori Allen that always does her Taco Tuesday. And then there's also Mindy Diebel that does a full overview, right? The Taco Tuesday is great if you know anybody who wants to make money, because they talk about, Lori does a fantastic job of just talking about how this business is benefiting people, right? And how we actually do business and how we can make money here. Wednesday night is our Wellness Wednesday, one of my favorite nights of the week. Thursday nights, another overview, actually 2 overviews on Thursday nights, one at 7 and one at 8:30 Central Time, which is later for people out on the West Coast. But all of those different ways to invite, you can send information from the app. There's great videos on there, but just getting information in front of people.
There are 4 nights in the week when there are Zoom meetings, and you can bet your bottom dollar that you're encouraged to attend them, because they are given by different speakers every week. So therefore, there's going to be different information for you to learn. So that doesn't leave a lot for time freedom, does it?
Another way to invite people is to sit down and stir the pudding for them, or to give them a sample. If you're like me and you carry your CBD wherever you go, you can sample it to anybody you want anytime. You just put 2 drops on their hand right here and tell them to lick it off. Okay. And it's a very simple question. Hey, do you struggle with like anxiety, or do you have any pain going on? Right. If you ask the right people, they'll be like, oh my gosh, like I have this pain, right? Well, here, try this and tell me what you think. That's another way to invite people to take a look at our products by experiencing them, right?
A good way to get people involved is to get them to try the product. So you carry your CBD oil around and you put a couple of drops on someone's hand and tell them to try that so they can see the benefits. Well, if you saw how much a bottle of CBD oil costs in this MLM company, then you might not be too happy, sharing a couple of drops several times a day with lots of people in the hope that they're going to buy it, because it costs $99 per bottle. And from what I understand, you get 5 ml of it. So you could be giving a lot of products away for free and not getting anywhere. So maybe that's not such a good idea after all.
And then number 3 is to earn. Whenever somebody gets a great experience, or they read a great testimonial, or you put the right information in front of them and they want to order, boom, 50% commission. Okay. Or if they join you on your business side of it, because people see the value in this. There's a lot of people looking for an opportunity right now in the United States that are looking for what we have to offer. Okay, so keep that in mind.
It is true that people in, I would imagine, every country in the world, a certain percentage of them do use supplements and health and wellness products. But why would you choose to use an MLM product that can cost double or triple what you would normally pay? And believe you me, it's not because the products are superior. It is because of the compensation plans and all the people in the upline and then that upline's upline and on and on and on in this pyramid that need to get paid. That is the reason why the products are so expensive.
When you make your list, which is next here, who needs to know about this? This is the first 30. Okay, that's what I always call this. This is your first 30 names that you're going to write down. I'd flip the sheet over on the back and just keep on writing. Okay, everybody see that? That's what the back of the page is for. And once you've got that page filled up, print out another one and start a whole other one, right? There's even boxes on here for check a box if you connect with somebody. You check the second box for invite if you've sent them information or they've gotten on a Zoom or they've gotten a video from you or you've sampled to them. And then when they order, you check that little earn box. And you can kind of just keep track of everybody that you're sharing with, right?
When they do these kinds of training, it makes me wonder how many people they think you know. Obviously, they're saying that it's okay to just present your opportunity to every single person that you know, even if it's your sister's friend's mother, for instance, that you should approach that person and ask them, if they want to join your opportunity or do they want to buy your products. Well, I've been in sales for 10 years and I wouldn't dream of going to anyone like that and asking them if they wanted to buy my product. I just can't get it in my head why people in MLM feel that it's okay just to approach anybody that you know remotely.
But I love this because it's the first 30, right? Who needs to know about this right now? Who can benefit from the products that we've got? That's all the things that I look at whenever I got started with Tranont and then also helping other people get started. Who can we share this with and get it in front of, okay? The 10 and 3 challenge, if you don't know what that is yet, because you're brand new, I'm going to explain it. If you go out in your first 30 days and you get 10 customers that place an order on your website, 10 different addresses, 10 different customers, and then you get 3 associates also, okay? Remember, you get a commission on every customer order that goes through, 50%.
As I said earlier, from the information that I managed to find, you don't get a 50% commission for each customer that purchases, because when you're an associate, you only get 10%, and it depends how many purchases people have made in order to get 50%. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure you don't actually get 50% commission. You get 50% points personal volume, yes, but you don't get a 50% monetary commission.
You get a commission on every silver, gold, or platinum pack person that signs up. On top of that, if you get 10 and 3, if you know that's the goal, then you're going to actually, Tranont's going to send you a check in the mail, all right, on top of that as a bonus for doing that of $1,000. So anybody who comes in and goes with 10 and 3 in their first 30 days, you're making anywhere with the bonuses or with the bonus plus the commissions, you're making anywhere from $1,600 on average to $2,000.
If you've never been in an MLM before, so therefore you don't have a team and maybe you don't have a very big social media following, how many people do you feel are going to manage to sell products to 10 different people and actually get 3 of those people to sign up as associates to join your business and buy one of those very expensive packs? Let me know in the comments how many people are going to manage to do that.
And that's not even, we're not even talking about hitting a rank, or we're not talking about even getting to the first level where you earn the G. We're literally talking about just sharing this with people and going ahead and getting them enrolled as a customer or enrolled as an associate and getting the products on the way to them, right? So that's one of our favorite things. You know, whenever I heard about Tranont, that was one of the, I was impressed by that because I love knowing that I can help somebody go out and get 10 customers and 3 associates, and that's the goal for them. If they know what the goal is, and if I know what my goal is, then I know what I'm trying to accomplish every month, okay? And then you turn around And those 3 people you got started, you're helping them do the exact same thing. Help them go get 10 customers and 3 associates so that you can help them earn a $1,000 bonus, right? We have people that it's a non-negotiable. Every single month they're going for 10 and 3. Sometimes you might come up a little short, but if you start out your month that way and you know that's what your goal is, then that drives all of your activity.
I would quite imagine that if you are someone who MLM hops and that you've got a team that you can bring over, then you would be able to do it in such a way that you would get a 10 and a 3 or a 20 and a 6 and make $2,000 that way by bringing over existing team members in a strategic way. But I couldn't imagine someone with no experience whatsoever getting 10 customers and 3 sign-ups. I just can't imagine that that's going to be very easy to do. He said sometimes you may come up short. Well, I can quite imagine until you've got a huge amount of experience that you're going to come up short more often than you're going to actually achieve it.
And then you got your 10 and 3 challenge worksheet on here. You can fill them out. There's 10 spaces here for your customers. There's 3 associates blanks here. And there's even a little thing here. This is kind of cool. What I'm going to do with my $1,000 if I earn the 10 and 3 challenge. You can even, put some feeling into it, what you're going to actually do with that money, right? Because it makes it more real.
People are going to be writing on there what they're going to spend the money on. So basically they're spending it before they've got it. Isn't that what a lot of MLM companies encourage you to do, is fake it until you make it? I don't think that's a very good culture to get into personally.
And then the last thing on the launch document I think that's very important is the memory jogger, okay? Because a lot of times I've sat down with people and said, or somebody will reach out to me and say, okay, I've talked to everybody I know, and I find out they've literally talked to 10 people. I'm like, you know more than 10 people, right? And some people, they're not thinking outside of just the few people that they may talk to every day. But here's what's cool about it. This right here is a great way. It's why it's called a memory jogger. You start thinking about, okay, who did I go to high school with? Who are my childhood friends? Who are my children's coaches, right? Who are my hairstylists? Who are gym members? All of these people that can benefit from our products or benefit from at least learning about what we have to offer. And then just getting the information in front of them.
The memory jogger list is quite comprehensive, isn't it? And I'm just going to pick out some of the people that are on it. Friends you met at a party. You may have only met them once or twice, so why would you approach them? Doctors and dentist office staff. Seriously? No. Your apartment manager? Wow, can you imagine if they joined the business and it didn't work? They might throw you out. People in other states, so friends that you maybe went to school with that have moved away and you haven't spoken to them in years, and maybe you haven't kept in contact with them very much. So now you're going to send them a hey hun message and try and get them involved in that way. Not a good idea. Baby boomers. So now you're going to be targeting stay-at-home mums who are possibly looking to earn some extra money. Well, we know what the FTC says about people who join MLMs, don't we? If you don't know, let's have a look on the screen now. I know in the image I put on the screen it doesn't cover Tranont, the MLM that we're talking about, but if you look at the bottom, if you look at the very bottom of the image, it does say that those are typical figures for all 350 MLM companies. And on his list as well are health food staff members. Well, don't you think they would get all of the supplements they need from the place they actually work instead of spending triple the amount of money? Some of these people on this list are highly amusing.
Remember the information: health, wealth, community, live Zooms, recorded Zooms, videos from the app. There's a great video on your app from Craig Cotter. There's a couple of them, but the pudding stirring demonstration of the life. And then he does a great, fantastic job of explaining why our CBD is completely different than anything else that you'll find out, okay? He does all the work for you.
He does not do all the work for you. You still have to get these people to attend these Zooms in order to get the information. I don't call that him doing the work, because the real work is actually getting people to attend. That is what the real work really is.
I've learned this, that like if we could just teach people to do this, right, and send videos, everything becomes way easier, because that's what duplicates, right? You don't have to be an expert to do well in this business.
If you are recommending health and wellness products to people who may need them, then in my opinion, I feel that you do need to be an expert in how they work and the way that they can affect people that are on certain medications. So what he is saying there is incomprehensible to me, and this is why I feel that health and wellness MLMs are the worst MLMs that are around, because they just dive in. They don't know anything about the products that they're recommending to people. They don't take into consideration their symptoms, the medications they're on, and whether these products are going to affect any of that. And you could cause someone serious harm by doing that. So please don't do it.
You have to get the information in front of as many people as you possibly can. And that's the whole point of the launch document, right? So a couple other things. Facebook groups that you want to be a part of, okay, and be active in, right? Number one, the Health Wealth community. I'll say that over and over and over again, because that's my favorite place to be able to share with people what we have to offer who are looking at our products, okay? Number two, the Change Life page, because we put most of our recordings in there. The Taco Tuesdays are in there. The Wellness Wednesdays are in there. There's so many great things on that page for you to be able to share with somebody who's looking at the business, right? And Health Wealth Community and Change Life are both for potentials, right? Potential people who are looking at the business, looking at the products, where they can get a little bit more information, okay? And those are great because we can use those as add tag message ATM groups. You add your friend in there, you tag them in a post or in a testimonial or in a video. Okay, maybe you heard a Wellness Wednesday and you thought of your friend Billy, who struggles with something that somebody shared on Wellness Wednesday. Add into the group, send him an invite. When he accepts it, you go in there and tag him and say, hey, and then you message him, say, Billy, I heard about this person who's struggling with the same thing as you. You've got to listen to this story. Okay. Or, hey, I read this story on the Health Wealth community the other night and I thought about you. So I wanted to tag you and let you know that this person is struggling with the same thing as you. You know, maybe you should read this and tell me what you think. Okay.
My advice here is to never ever tag anyone in any kind of Facebook group without asking for permission first. Otherwise, you are going to be setting yourself up for some very unhappy friends.
That's how we utilize it. It's getting information in people's hands, okay? And utilizing the tools that Tranont has given us, right? If you have and here's another thing, if you have a great testimonial, go to the Health Wealth community tonight and share your testimonial in there so other people can benefit from you sharing it, okay? That's one of the things I would encourage everybody on here to do. That way we've always got new testimonials in that group, and we help each other out by sharing the stories of what these things are doing for us, right? The other page is our Tranont Tribe team page. You want to make sure that you're on that so you get up to date everything that's happening. We post, there's so many benefits and uses with that in there, okay? And then we also have the Power Players Facebook group. That's where your launching system is at. That is another amazing place to get great content, verbiage things in there. If you just go in and dig around in the guides in there, you'll stay busy for probably a couple hours on all the different things that they've given there for you to be able to utilize, okay? And then the last Facebook group that we always make sure we want to get everybody into is the Tranont Mentoring, okay? That's the corporate Facebook group.
Wow. How many Facebook groups do they want you to join? When are you going to have time to actually run this business if you're in all of these Facebook groups all of the time? Because we all know that Facebook is a huge time suck.
The day one post, because there's a couple different options. The one where you say, I got so many friends on here, just say hi, if you're seeing this, right? I've seen people make that post because here's the point of it. It gets people, it bumps your algorithm where people are starting to see what you're posting and what you're doing, which is the whole point of that. That's why it's day one, okay? But those 60-day launch posts is right in the guides on the Power Players Facebook group.
Isn't it great that he's just taught us how to manipulate the Facebook algorithm?
Convention, okay? If you haven't registered for the convention yet, I'm gonna highly recommend and encourage you guys to go get registered for the convention. It's coming up. We're about a month and a half away now, right? It's in Vegas this year. If you ordered a platinum pack, then right now, if you go get your ticket now before the prices go up, I think it's $19 to register for that, okay? Because you get a $150 credit. If you did the gold pack, then you've got a $100 credit. I'd utilize it before the prices bump up. Like I said, I think they bump up. I don't remember if it's at the end of this month or at the end of next month, but you want to be paying attention to that and utilize that credit. And then let's get there together. It's going to be, we've been to conventions. I've never been to a Tranont convention. I'll be honest with you.
If you haven't bought the gold or the silver pack, the convention is going to cost you $169 for the ticket, plus the travel costs to get there. Say the convention is 3 days, then you're also going to need money for accommodation and food, etc.
You guys, right? I am super excited because I know the way that these guys do everything. That's why I'm excited about this one in particular. But I've been to some really, really awesome conventions in the past, and just being around the people, right? And plugging into that. Those conventions, that's where it goes from something where you're like, oh man, this is kind of a cool little thing that we're doing, to, oh my gosh, I see the big picture now. I see what they're trying to do. I see what they're doing, right? You get, new products coming there too, right? I just saw, can't say that. There's going to be some amazing announcements there. There are things I've heard, if I remember correctly, from Craig Cotter, that if you're at the convention, you'll have access to certain things before other people. They like to do that every now and then, which I love that. That everybody who was at the Leadership Academy got first access to the dental line or the oral line. So I would encourage you to be there if you can, okay? Because that is one of the most amazing experiences, are going to those conventions and meeting the other people that are there just like you.
He's making it sound like if you don't go to convention that you're going to miss out on a lot of things. So what is it you're going to miss out on? You're going to miss out on being surrounded by people who are going to give you false positivity, that you're in an amazing business where people on the stage make a lot of money and the people in the audience don't. You're going to miss out on new products just because you haven't gone to convention. Well, I don't agree with that, because you may not get the new products first, but you're still going to get access to them. So don't feel manipulated into having to go to convention if you can't afford it, because you're actually not going to miss out.
So make a plan, finish out your month strong, whatever it might be. Just say, you know what, I'm going to get 2 more customers, or I'm going to get 1 more associate, whatever it might be. Or, hey, I've got 5 more customers and 1 more associate to go to get to 10 and 3, whatever it is. And reach out to somebody and we'll help you guys work on that, right? Because we want to help everybody close the month strong, because that's what bridging the months together is, how we've truly been successful in this industry. You know, my wife and I, Tessa and I, we're not people who quit at the end of the month, right? Even if we've hit our goals, we're trying to help everybody hit their goals.
They're going to help you hit their goals for one reason only, and that is because every goal you hit, they are going to earn more money from you every single month.
Because listen, you guys, I hope everybody understands this. If somebody's watching you, okay, let's say you're at 5 customers and 2 associates right now. And you're just like, man, I just don't know if I can do it. Okay. Let me tell you, if people are watching you and you've been talking to people and you've got Class A prospects, what would be better than for them to understand and learn that you just earned a $1,000 bonus because you kept pushing through the end of the month? That is such a huge thing. Or that you just earned your Jeep stipend because, you thought maybe, oh my gosh, I can't do it, but you never know at the end of the month what might happen, right? You never know. And sometimes if you get, like, I know a lot of us had a great success with the $10 coupons, right? The $10 we got with the oral care line. Guess what, you guys can actually create your own $10 coupons. Think about that, right? If you're 1 or 2 customers away and you want 1 or 2 more, just say, listen, hey, I'll give you a $10 coupon or $10 back, however you want to say it, right? I'll Venmo you $10. I'll pay your shipping and tax, right? And that's how some people close up their month, and that's how they close up their 10 and 3, right? You can create whatever kind of deal that you want for your people. So keep that in mind.
So you're able to persuade people to join your business by offering them a $10 coupon, or you can pay for their shipping and taxes. Well, it obviously can't be a very easy business to get people into if you've got to spend your own money in that way in order to persuade them to join it.
Right? Okay, awesome. You guys, let's close the month strong. We're here to help you guys. Thank you guys for jumping on tonight.
Well, there we have it. We've come to the end of this extremely long training. Hopefully I've opened your eyes to the parts that he left out and the bits that were slightly misleading. Thank you very much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.